All right, so we're getting into the final critique of the day. It's going to be of somebody I've never critiqued for, Ddabman. No idea what we're in for. It's this was from a tournament, and I think this might be the one where he got third place, so he might have lost. And this is a best of 5 against Lucario, so he doesn't really have too much experience with this, is what he's saying. Let's see. And he says he has issues with the movement, which is kind of weird because Lucario's movement's not really all that good. And I wouldn't really say... I honestly wouldn't really say that like there's anything about his movement that's really weird. Like the only thing that's weird movement-wise is like double team. Double team looks weird. But outside of that, pretty standard character. His main gimmick does really good against Duck Hunt, and the fact that if you don't kill Lucario, obviously gets stronger, and then his range gets exponentially larger, which can be used to mess with your setups. However, it's just that overall he's just been toned down enough that like he doesn't really have any, like outside of like the ridiculous kill power that he can get, he doesn't really have anything too good against Duck Hunt anymore. Just, you know, throw out your Cannon Gunman to block Aura Sphere. When he gets Force Palm, just know how that's going to interact with your can and like knock down your gunman. And then from the rest of that, like he just kind of has to get up close to you. You play him like he's Samus and you force him to approach you, and then you just try to get him to the ledge, rinse and repeat. And then you just like eventually kill him with like an up air or back air, but you don't want to play risky against him. The second you play risky, he's just going to annihilate you. So treat him like Samus, because that's basically what his neutral's going to come down to. And then after that, yeah, just find when he approaches you, punish him accordingly, and just go from there. So, let's see what we're in for. Yeah, thank you, Will. Just gotta make some better reads. Or not even reads, just a little bit better coverage. And those edge guards. Alright, not a bad stage to start off with. We're already messing up because we decided to approach Lucario. Don't approach Lucario. Remember, this is Samus. Treat him like Samus. And also, you want to make sure you're having your gunman out for safety. Obviously, with no aura, Lucario's not nearly as scary. And like right there, like he approached you and you had a very easy, fair opportunity. You also had him covered with that clay pigeon there. So when you decide to approach, detonate that clay pigeon so that way you cover his out of shield options. There, you could have probably nared out of shield to like cover that. Good, yeah, good can there, because I'm not sure if you had another escape option out of it. Maybe an air dodge, but that might have been able to cover that too, considering how close you were to the ground. That somehow caught him. So one issue that I'm noticing immediately is that you're trying to run into him a lot, and that's terrible. Don't do that. I have no idea what you're trying to cover with that up smash there. He was nowhere remotely near you. Yeah, this is a character that you can CP chain, so definitely, you know, just work on the execution. The idea wasn't wrong. Get your can over there. Just focus on getting anchor can started up. And also, like, where's your gunman? Like, please use your gunman to protect yourself from Aura Sphere. Why did you do that? You have to treat this like, okay, if you ever are dealing with a charge shot character, the absolute last thing you want to do is land right in front of the area that they can charge shot when you're at death percent. Because you're just asking, like, please, I want to lose. You shouldn't want to lose. So whenever you see somebody there and they hit you, just drop down, go to ledge, drop down, jump can. Get your can up there. And once you have can up there, then basically they can't, it's gonna absorb it. Once they use their shot, then it's not gonna kill you. The other thing too is like jump and buffer like neutral air dodge, and that's pretty hard to catch too. Good catch there though. Yeah, again, like you could have just immediately thrown out a gunman there to catch the Aura Sphere. And honestly, like the weaker Aura Spheres are not going to like kill your gunman immediately, so you might even be able to like throw clay pigeon through it too. Yeah, that percentage, he wouldn't convert into grab, so you need to do like fair. And honestly, you'd be able to do fair then grab, so I'm not sure why you wouldn't go for that. Again, you're not really going for any like safety setups at all. You're right next to him as you're trying to hit the can. So if you're trying to hit the can next to somebody, that's more likely you're both going to get blown up, and you're not really getting a setup. You're just punishing yourself for no reason. And there's absolutely no reason to do that. Remember, stay behind the gunman. Those are going to absorb the Aura Spheres too. Almost able to get that one. We messed up execution again. Remember, throw out Gunman. Gunman comes out frame 5. You can reaction with Gunman and prevent yourself from getting hit by Aura Sphere. Good can conversion. Throw out Gunman. No. Never do that. Whenever you have a charge shot character that is coming down and they have like their full charge shot, you throw out a Gunman to absorb that, and you just safely just like pester them with the can. You never put yourself in danger of getting hit of that Aura Sphere. You want them to throw that out and waste it. Never do that. Yeah. Yeah, no, his range isn't good. Literally the only thing that has range is like side B with Aura. Again, outspace really. Again, like just play around the fact that he's going to throw Aura Sphere at you. Just remember, this character is Samus whenever you're fighting with neutral. He had like no landing lag on that air. And that was a huge mistake too. Why would you do that? Oh my god, no, don't. Whenever you land, the only thing you should be focused on whenever you're fighting a charge shot character is put a can in front of them. Because then they're just going to waste their Aura Sphere on that. You can standard get up. And guess what? You know, sure, you might get blown up by the can if they hit it with a charge shot, but you're only getting hit with can. You're not getting hit by a charge shot. That's all you do. And the second you take care of that, then they're distracted by the can. That gives you a window to buff your jump there, and then they can't hit you with Aura Sphere guaranteed. You have time to react to them and land safely. Never do that. Never do that. Because this is like Duck Hunt 101 things for recovery. Like this is stuff that should never happen to you. Like there, if he lands in front of you, throw out a Gunman. Because if they're going to throw an Aura Sphere, then your Gunman takes it. So play behind the Gunman. Okay. At least there we were ready with the shield. Okay, so now that's locked. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. At least you forced him to move. You were able to convert off of that. Again, like, you keep approaching Lucario. Why are you approaching Lucario? Lucario has to approach you, and with, like, no aura, there's, like, literally zero threat. Yeah, so weird thing about that is, like, the auto-cancel frames are good, and that move is actually very safe on shield. So the way that you want to actually punish Lucario's Nair is that you just want to outspace it and just, like, hit it with, like, a fair or, like, catch it with a pivot grab. You don't really ever want to just let him land with it. Like, you can beat that move out very easily. Like, he's approaching you and you're just doing nothing. And that should never be the case. If he's approaching you, you're spacing out so that way you can punish him. What was that? Okay. So off of down throw, they can never go in. The only thing that they could do is like air dodge in afterwards. That made no sense. Down throw fair is a guaranteed combo at this percentage. I don't know why you didn't do that. Okay, good conversion there. Gunman to cover the landing. Don't do that. Like, literally place a gunman here. It'll block any charge shots, and if he doesn't shoot it, then the gunman shot gets them, and you can convert off of that. Or if not, you get good stage positioning. Again, where is the gunman? All you have to do is press down B to the side, and that will absorb the charge shot. There is no reason for you to land and air dodge into the ground and take that. The gunman, as long as you do like the B reverse version of that, that will just absorb the shot. There's no reason for you to do this. Also, make sure you cancel that with Nair. Like, you added a tremendous amount of lag by doing that. Also, all you have to do is just run behind can. Run behind can. There's no reason for you to take the charge shot shield damage and the can damage. Also, why did you throw a gunman out over there? And yeah, there's no reason for you to go for that hard read. Like, I know you cut a lot of rolls with up smash, but like, just don't. When Lucario has that much aura, just play as safe as you possibly can. No reason to risk it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you know how to play against Sam. I'm assuming you don't know how to play against Samus just by the simple fact you're not using Gunman to block charge shots when they're coming at you. It's because like Anchor Cannon, that is like 101 against Samus. And it's like, as long as you treat it like that, like you just need to play safe and you need to just focus on playing specifically around charge shot, you'll do a lot better because like your execution, for the most part, it's pretty good. You know how to maneuver your can, you know how to get your combos off of this stuff. So it's not like you don't have the technical knowledge to implement these things, but you're not playing neutral. Like you're just kind of running in and hoping to hit them. Like even from this first game when you're saying that you fell apart more, it's like, in this first game, it's like you understand where he is and you're throwing out the attacks there, but like you are not remotely taking into consideration how your opponent's using their aggression against you. You're just kind of playing like their attacks don't exist. that's just never gonna fly. Never gonna fly. All right. Game 2 is not gonna happen. That's the thing. It's like, you just have to make sure these people learn. Sometimes you got to be very stern. Okay. Okay, so this is Losers Final. So this is how we got third. All right. Yeah, so this stage is kind of a hit or miss, but like now that Lucario is just so much worse, like I don't think it's too bad. But the more space that you have to run around, the better it is overall. Again, why are you going for all these risky moves? Like, you need Fair, Can, and Gunman, and like that's enough to like just win neutral indefinitely. You could just camp him out completely with those 3 moves. A little bit off on the execution on that Clay Pigeon there. I don't know why you went for that at ledge. That's just like so that's just way too risky. Of just like a maneuver to go for, because like if you miss, and it's very easy to miss, like you're just not really gonna be covering anything there. So I advise to like never use Clay Pigeon like that at the ledge. At least you know you could just get up attack that. Doesn't have enough rage to hit below the ledge at this point. And you just use Gunman. Like there's not really a reason to use Clay Pigeon because like it comes out of you like at frame 18 or something like that, or frame 20. Like it takes a long time before a Clay Pigeon is actually safe to use against a charge shot. Yeah, very lucky you were able to like poke him before he did it. Because like I think he got hit by the charge animation, not by the actual Aura Sphere itself. But again, just play like he's going to throw charge shot at you even when he's off stage, and you're not going to get hit by this. Ah, you messed up. Honestly, that might have been to your benefit, because if you're off in your execution, you would have gotten hit by double team. Yeah, see that looked like a misinput there. Oh man, you could have played with the fact that he would have had no invincibility, and you could have easily hit him with that back air. I see you play a lot of Wi-Fi. That's what that downer was, because like if it was a regular Wi-Fi player, that downer probably would have connected. Aw, it's too bad. Yeah, so normally that you would have been fine to go ahead and hit them, but just because he hit the Gunman, that he was able to get you there. Ah, okay, well that works. He died. Again, like you're not playing around the charge shot. Like you're not playing for neutral. Playing pure mobility isn't really the worst thing at all, but there's just kind of no reason for you to play like this. You're going so much for the clips. Again, why aren't you using Gunman? Like, I don't know why you think Clay Pitch is a better thing to use to stuff out all of these Aura Spheres. Like, that's my guess of that was the main reason why you're not using Gunman. It's like, for some reason, you looked at Clay Pigeon and thought that was the answer. That just baffles me. Also, like, you're not opting to set up Anchor Can at all, and like if you do that, then he physically cannot do anything to get you. And see, that's the reason why you can't play too risky against Lucario, because like he killed you at like 50. So you gotta be so careful. Yeah, exactly. Like he's not thinking. Like Lucario's the character you play safe against, and he can't touch you, but you're mashing on him. Crazy. You got a lot of good setups on him. Like you did a lot of good pressure against him, but like, you know, You treated him way too much like a Wi-Fi player, when if you just do the Wi-Fi neutral, you will beat him, which is just, you know, play around the projectile. And that's it. But yeah, no, I mean, at least like the setups that you're getting off the hits were really good. Like I do have to give you kudos for that. Anchor can, it's super easy. The second that a projectile hits a can, then it gets locked. So if you keep hitting it with projectiles, the can never moves. No, you don't need to do that. It's literally as soon as a projectile hits it, it will not move. Here, let me show it to you real quick. Because it's not remotely complicated at all. Yeah, like if he was playing against a standard Wi-Fi player, a lot of those things like would have just straight up. I'll just do Samus for the sake of it. Oops. So let me just ping it a little bit. Also, the gravity affects it too. So in that case, like that one goes pretty far. But now it's not going to move. And the only requirement is just one projectile needs to hit it. Yeah, there is a thing that you can do where, let me see if I can time it correctly. Yeah, where when it rises up, then it does that, and now no projectiles will keep it move. So as it's rising up, that's all you need to do. If you kick the can as the can is going up, it will just completely annihilate it. So one thing that I like to do a lot is this. Is you do that, and that basically gets rid of the entire setup that they're going for at ledge. Let me see if I can do it. So let me charge up here. And now look. I can get to stage for free. Oh wait, that was a little bit. Let me do this. All right, I have to charge up. I have to charge it up with Samus. Okay, hold up. Yeah, I was a little bit too early with shooting the shot at Samus. So let me go back here. Oh. Yeah, there's like a specific timing you can do it. It's like it's harder for me to like do it with both controllers, but you can get the one where the can just like goes up and it'll just lock it. Oops, yeah, hold up. Oh yeah, I'm doing yours right now, Ddabman. Dang, let me see. But yeah, you need to know this for like what you're doing against him. Crap. Yeah, now you can't get around this. So when you're fighting against Lucario, this is all you need to do. Just play around Aura Sphere like it's charge shot, and literally his neutral just doesn't work. And like you were not using Gunman to absorb them at all, which I know we're gonna see plenty of that pretty soon. But yeah, just that's all it is. I don't know. It's really good. And Ddabman, like you're not using Anchor Can at all. That's something you need to use against Lucario. See, like there, that's good that you ran away just because like that Nair is safe on shield. Yeah, that was, unfortunately you didn't get the right hit on that. Oh yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the platform here is a little bit higher than it is on like Battlefield. Battlefield, it probably would have connected there. Okay, good call out right there. Oh man, they almost got the up air conversion. Yeah, don't go for really risky setups like that against like his up B. Just like go for safe coverage. Like get your cans out, get your gunman. And that's the other thing. Like, why don't you use gunman to block that? You can literally summon gunman in the direction and it will take the aura sphere hit. Like, I don't know why you just go for like risks. You don't really need to. At least offstage air dodge makes sense. But like on stage, there's no reason. Like here, you could set up gunman anywhere and it will just like take it. Like there. Okay, now that was the time to do it. You at least did it, but he died. That was super risky too. Like, I don't know why you jumped into Lucario. He doesn't have aura though. Yeah, so now just play again behind the gunman and you'll be safe. No. Okay, remember, when this gunman is down, all you have to do is stay behind the gunman and any aura sphere is not going to hit you. Don't put yourself in front of it. There's no reason to do that. You got punished because you decided you wanted to get punished. No reason for that to happen at all. Yeah, it's really good. Like, honestly, that's something that I need to put into the master tips for Duck Hunt. Oh yeah, you could have punished that. The side beyond shield is not safe. Or did he go for F smash? I couldn't really tell. Also, yeah, like stop using Clay Pigeon to absorb the aura sphere. That's the worst option you can use. Just use your gunman. Keep it simple. Also, yeah, like you're not going to punish any of Lucario's burst options with Clay Pigeon. He's going to trade favorably for himself. Again, use gunman. Use gunman. Set up anchor can. You're not doing any of those things. Okay, there. We finally got that conversion, though. That Clay Pigeon made sense at the very least. Also, you're still not setting yourself up to try and keep yourself safe from Aura Sphere, like, the entire time. Like, you're playing against Lucario, like, you don't have an automatic option that beats Aura Sphere every single time. Okay, nice. Misinput, set up gunman. Why did you go? Oh my god, stop. You for some reason, you don't think gunman's going to beat out Aura Sphere. I have no idea why you haven't. Because like you've done that very specifically with Clay Pigeon. So I know you are using your projectiles to stop Aura Sphere, but you don't take 2 seconds to think that you have a wall that even when it gets hit, when it's down like that, will still beat Aura Sphere, and you decide not to use it. And I can't comprehend it. Like, okay, you set up gunman, the safety against Aura Sphere, and you decided not to use it. That was very risky. He could have killed you for doing that, Clay Pigeon. And there was no reason to do that too. Like at that point, that was just a match right there. No. Aura Sphere is a charge shot. All you have to do is play around Aura Sphere. Aura Sphere does nothing. Every single projectile in the game gets absorbed by gunmen. Like the only thing that goes through it is just like what's it called? Like full charge fail knot from Byleth and like items that go through it. Even gunman doesn't go through gunman. So like you can anchor can and that covers it and that too. Like Aura Sphere is just a regular projectile. Like just remember, this character is Samus. When you are fighting Lucario, their neutral is Samus neutral. That's worse. It's a worse Samus neutral. And they have less range than Samus on all their attacks too. So very easy to outrange. Very easy to just like bait in to come in. But you put everything on block right there. Like so far this stuff has not been bad. Like you basically got him in disadvantage and you've been sharking him the entire time. That's good. That's good. You're playing advantage very well. Now here, yeah, see. You had the setup there with the gunman. You just had to kind of say, oh, okay, you put all on black there. Yeah, he's going to kill. Okay, he didn't kill you. He probably had a way to do it at the very least. That's the other thing too. Just land behind can and Aura Sphere will still not hit you. Again, yeah, you can just use Gunman to absorb those. Wow, that did kill. Yeah, see, like, that makes sense. You had invincibility. Yeah. Now, honestly, like, I think as long as you understood that, this would have been a very different game. But the issue is you are still approaching nonstop, and, like, you're not playing around his moves. Like, you're literally pushing forward and mashing in his face when Lucario is the one that needs to approach you, and, like, you can stop his only neutral tool from actually affecting you. And when you play with that in mind, then it's going to be better. What's up, Yuka? Glad to see you back here. Don't worry about that, dude. Yeah, like, see there, you set up Gunman, that would stop it. Also, like, you should have taken note that Clay Pigeon was stopping all the Aura Spheres, so you should have, like, learned at that point that Gunman would stop Aura Sphere. So, like, as long as you were paying attention to what was going on in the match, you actually would have picked up that you could stop Aura Sphere that way. That was unfortunate. I imagine that was, like, kind of a Wi-Fi moment. You weren't able to react to that properly. Also remember, when he is hitting your shield, you can, I'm pretty sure you can buffer a roll away just because of the way that the multi-hits affect shields in this game. Oh god, yeah. Please stop going for smash attacks. Like, it's, especially against Lucario. Like, Lucario, like, the only thing you need to focus on is safety. Oh, it did. Yeah, it's okay, hold up. Yeah, we hit 2 hours. Okay, we're back. We're back. So for people watching, the VOD, it's just the stream's reconnecting. Okay. All right, so. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's get back to it. Oh man, you're just a little bit off with that nair. But good nair coverage right there. Just forward throw. Good that you got as much damage as possible. Gunman, yeah. See now, no, see, you played that safely, but then you decided to disregard your safety there. Oh, yeah. You just ran right into him into that one. And he timed that get-up attack really well, actually. Got fair killed from the ledge. Never going to see that again. Especially against Lucario, because he's so heavy. Probably DI'd away. But yeah, no, like, if you were just going back and, like, setting up your neutral with, like, the Gunman and all that stuff, like, you would just cut off, like, so many of his options, and it'd make it really easy to know where he's going to approach from. Ah, yeah. That's the thing. Just kind of read you doing that, and then that was it. I think that was the last... Yeah, that was the last one. No. When he is past 100%, that's when you play even safer and even lamer. That is when you should absolutely cut off all smash attacks from your gameplay. Don't do that. Don't. Whenever you see danger, don't be like, I'm going to be more dangerous. That's the worst thing you could do for consistency. Yeah, like, please, never do that. Yeah, and like that's the thing to remember. Like now that you understand that Aura Sphere is legitimately not even remotely a threat to Duck Hunt at all, because like you can do Anchor Can, which is that thing where Can doesn't move as a permanent wall, and the fact that you can use Gunmen and even downed Gunmen to get around Aura Sphere, there is not a reason that you should ever be approaching Lucario. I mean, Lucario's approaching you, and you have all those setups there. Yes. The answer is, am I using too much clay pigeons? Is always going to be, yes, you are using too much clay pigeon. It doesn't matter who you are. You probably are. Clay pigeon is not a neutral tool. You only use it to specifically punish people. The only characters you can somewhat use it as a neutral tool is against like against heavyweight characters, because if it hits their shield, they legitimately cannot jump around it and run underneath it. But against that, yeah, you never do that. He capitalized off the lag off your smash attacks, your clay pigeons, and the fact that you just ran towards him. Like, if you didn't run towards him and you were just watching where he was throwing out Aura Sphere, you would have done a lot better. Like, even if you weren't playing, like, oh, I can block all of his things. Like, the issue was that you kept running into him without just sitting back and letting him come to you. Because he can't force you to approach him. He needs to come to you. And that you'll catch him a lot more. The thing, though, is, like, your advantage state is very good. You're very good at, like, keeping your opponent juggled and, like, sharking beneath them. And your conversions are amazing. Like, I can't say anything bad about those. Those are all phenomenally done. Like, you understood, like, hey, he's going to be knocked back into me. You understood when he's going to be knocked away. That was done very well. But, yeah, you need to focus on the neutral bit. Like, you're very good. You force situations, and, like, most of the time it doesn't work in your favor. But when it does, you do push it as far as you possibly can. Okay, so weird thing about my stream, if I have the Ethernet hooked up to my computer, after 2 hours of streaming, it always disconnects. I don't know why it does that, but it just does. So I forgot to disconnect it and then start streaming. If I disconnect my Ethernet, then it'll be fine. But with it connected, it always does it. It's a very strange quirk. We had like another thing that made it go down earlier, but that's forgot the point. But yeah, Ddabman, do you have any other questions? I don't think it's the provider. I think it has something to do with my computer, and I really don't know why that happens. I can try it with my laptop next time. I can see what happens. But any questions from you, Ddabman, before I do shut this all off? See, this is definitely the last stream of the day, the last critique of the day. Also, before we do sign off, don't forget, guys, if you do want to support the channel, feel free to leave a sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you do have a free sub that you can use with that as well. And if we are able to get 25 subs on here, we'll be able to add another emote on here. At the current moment, if you are a tier 1, you have a Dawang what? And you have a Dawang carried. And if you decide to so generously become a tier 2 sub, you get access to the Voodoo Wang, which is a very, 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 very cool emote, if I do say so myself. I love using it, and I hope you guys love using it too if you ever unlock it. I think you can use can points to unlock it too. Pretty sure you can. All right, yeah, no, definitely do that. Play with that in mind. Remember, treat it like you're fighting Samus. Like, just don't approach, block all the Aura Spheres, and like you should do infinitely better against him. Like, yeah, just focus on that, and like, trust me, like you'll see yourself succeeding. If you see him coming in with Nair, remember, beat it out with Fair, because you have more range on that and stealth and stuff. Using up B to juggle, yeah, Nair can be a little bit difficult. I mean, the best thing that you can really do is like wave bounce gunman's not a bad decision that you can use, or like wave bounce can to try and get around it. The other thing too is yeah, I wouldn't really recommend anything else like Dare or anything like that. One thing you could do is summon Can and then down air the Can, so that way your Dare hitbox lasts a lot longer, and you probably will be able to tank it that way, but that requires time to set up, so you're not guaranteed you're going to be able to get that. Yeah, no, he's going to be looking for that. I mean, the main thing that I'll say about this getting juggled by PK Thunder is that, like, it's just damage. It's not going to kill you. So as long as you can get to the ledge or something like that, then you should be okay. But most of the time, speaking, like, it should be pretty hard for Ness to get you in a situation like that. Watching the way you play, I understand how he gets you like that. But, like, if you play very safe and patient, like, let's say you applied what I said against Lucario against Ness. Like, Ness can't force you to approach. He should have a pretty hard time getting that started on you. That's the thing. You have to be really high up for that to happen. Like, the thing is this, like, do up air first, and then if he PK Thunders, then you air dodge, and air dodge just, like, away from him. And as long as you do that, then he shouldn't be able to really get a punish on you, because there's pretty decent amount of end lag after the PK Thunder. Don't get angry. Just remember, it's just damage. Like, he's not going to kill you. If he gets you angry, then you lose. You just got to focus, like, how do I get down safely? And then just worry about that. Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, like, I would just do attacks. If you can get the can set up and then, like, you can down air it, then that would do a lot, though. That would do a lot. That's really all Ness has going for him, though, because like outside of that, like his range isn't great. Frame data is really good and kill potential is pretty good, but like his neutral's just so linear that it makes it rough for him in a lot of matchups that get more intense. But you know, decent speed and then just very good punish game, so you can always bring it back in any matchup. But yeah, for the most part, like he's winning off of very good reads. Outside of that, he's not. Generally speaking, he doesn't really have any super strong advantages.